This is going to be a great one. I just put up a video on TikTok about this guy, Koerner. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He's brilliant. The guy is brilliant. This is what he does. He takes local boomer-run businesses that don't have an online presence. He sets up the website. He handles logistics. He puts them online, has an agreement with them, and this guy's making several $100,000 a month. He scaled up slowly. He started 4 years ago, experienced a nice increase when these local businesses couldn't have their doors open, and actually saved a bunch of businesses. And he recently signed a deal with one of the biggest brands in Texas, which is also a boomer-run business and is not online. What he does is really smart. He puts a QR code in the bags that the customers leave with and says, "We're online." And then they know that these stores now have an online presence, and he's just scaling up slowly with local businesses. It's so smart, and you can develop a routine for that, and then expand and expand and expand. There's so much money to be made doing this. It's really crazy, and it's very smart. And so the exciting thing, that's really exciting. Look, I'm a very optimistic person. A lot of people like me because I'm really optimistic. Sometimes I'm too optimistic, but I can't help it. I am a positive person, and it usually works out for me. I have done some ridiculous things, which other people would not have thought I could do, and then I did them because I'm optimistic. But I've also failed a lot. But this time I'm not failing. So let me share with you. As I've mentioned on previous episodes, I changed my approach in videos. I started making daily videos on November 1st on TikTok. I was originally just making videos about what I was doing for my companies, for my startups. Then I started making videos about news, about insights that I had. When I was making videos about news, I had the most viewed video in the world on the Silicon Valley bank collapse. That was also a wild experience. The problem with the news videos, and I was making videos about AI as well. The problem with the news videos is that they weren't consistent, and I didn't just want to be somebody who reported on the news. There's no personality there. And I was doing all sorts of videos, and I knew I had to narrow down on a niche. I didn't know what it was. I knew I had to narrow down on it. And my theory, my whole philosophy behind what I was doing was, I'm just going to make videos every day, and eventually I will figure it out. I say this to everybody. Just do something every day that you like doing, and eventually you'll get better at it. What does get better at it mean? What does it mean? It means that your workflows will improve, but also your quality, your output will also improve. And that might mean you figure out a consistent niche. It can mean all sorts of things. In my case, that's what it was. My brother works at Discover Card, and an executive there just retired. And he asked her, he said, do you have any advice for young people like me? And she said, and I say this all the time on the podcast. So many super successful people say this. And this is what she said. Are you ready for it? It's going to sound like a platitude, but it's not. She said, do what you're passionate about, because then you can do it every day. And that's where you unlock the greatest successes, because you can do it every day and then get better, get top of mind awareness, get all the benefits and opportunities that come doing it every day. If it's not something you are passionate about, you will burn out, you won't be able to do it every day, and you will fail. And so you got to do something that you like and do it daily. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing that with these videos. And I was plateauing. On TikTok. I was plateauing with my videos. They just weren't growing. And now I'm growing really fast. Let me tell you, let me tell you how crazy it is. I started doing these 1-minute business bio videos a week ago. One video a day on somebody and their journey with actionable lessons. I'm learning really fast because my video yesterday, for example, it was video on Oprah, totally flopped. The comments are filled with so much hate. It's ridiculous. There's so much hate in the comments. But anyway, I put up 7 videos. Video 1, 360,000 views. Really, that's like pretty good. The video like 3 days ago, 320,000 views, still increasing. And the video that I just put up, it's up to like 5,000 in the last hour. And that's a really good sign. It's pacing really well to get several 100,000 views, if not more. It's pacing really well. The engagement stats are there. The sharing is there. Sharing is so important to every social media algorithm. Sharing is literally what it means to go viral. Something is viral when people share it, and people are sharing this. And before this, I mean, I would be lucky if in a 2-week period I had a video that got several 100,000 views. Even though I had gone viral many times before, I was plateauing. And even before I was plateauing, I just was not having this consistency in performance of the videos. And so I feel very positive about this niche. I'm really excited about it. And let me tell you what else. I'm messaging every person that I make a successful video about, and I'm getting some nice responses. So it's cool as well. There's another hack that you can do. I'm not going to do this, but there are plenty of people, they start their own podcasts just so they can invite successful people onto the podcasts and interview them, learn from them, try to get them to mentor them, become their friends, or even sell to them. That's also very common, is sell to them. But I don't want to do that because I really believe that success with content is energy transference. And I can't count on other people who I don't know very well to be excited and to share that excitement, to transfer that excitement on a podcast. But I'm able to do that. And so I trust in myself to do that. I will have guests on for sure. Don't worry. Do not worry. I will have some nice guests on. But it's going to be mostly me. This podcast is mostly me because I'm pretty engaging. I worked in nightlife for 3 years. When you work in nightlife, you have to learn how to be charismatic and engaging. And I've become a very engaging person because of that. That's what I would attribute it to. I was thinking about it today. I would attribute it to the time that I spent working in nightlife. If you want to learn how to be charismatic, just go out every night and try to meet people, because you are competing with, like, when you meet people, and it's in nightlife, you have to learn how to, like, be one with, but also how to compete with these, like, loud bars and clubs and music and people's friends. And because I was meeting strangers all the time when you're going out in New York City clubs for 3 years, like I was doing. And so you just have to learn to be charismatic. I was a promoter, so I was getting people to come to clubs with me, and that takes some persuasion. So I learned a lot during that period, and I think that is why this sounds, I guess, pompous, but I think I do have, like, above average charisma, or at least that's what people tell me. Okay, moving on. I'm trying something crazy. I've mentioned on a previous episode that I'm running Twitter ads right now. Crazy arbitrage opportunity. I talk about this with Gary Vaynerchuk's media buyer. We talk about this, and he says the same thing. Crazy arbitrage opportunity, as in the big advertisers left and the platform has been improved. And so there's a lot of inventory, and it's cheap. And I personally am seeing that. And so I just started today running ads to this podcast on Spotify. And I'll share right now the progress that I have. I am getting listeners on Spotify for 14 cents a listen. I don't know how engaged these listeners are. I started this campaign today. We will see. But 14 cents is really crazy considering that somebody needs to have the ad, like the link in the ad goes to Spotify. So somebody needs to have an account. Maybe they need to open the app or play it online, be in a position where they can play it online. And 14 cents so far, that's pretty good. It might even get cheaper. It's so inexpensive. I will say though, I did the targeting for global targeting because I think I don't think demo matters on Spotify that much. I think sharing is really important, though. We'll see. I could be wrong about this. That one. This is an experiment. I run a ton of experiments. Most of them are not right. Sometimes they are, and when they are, they're right in big ways. Big ways. You gotta take a lot of chances and do a lot of dumb stuff in order to do well. You just got to do a lot of dumb stuff. You got to fall down. You got to fall down a lot. Falling down a lot. But then, you get up and you do some jumping jacks. That's what I'm doing. I previously ran a test on Twitter ads where I was only segmenting to US, UK, Canada. This might not be interesting to you if you've never run ads, but I think hidden opportunities on the internet are so fascinating because there are people who really exploit these and make crazy amounts of money doing this. And that's really interesting when you hear about that, because there's this whole underworld of secret digital marketers who literally find these arbitrage opportunities. Oh, an ad costs this much and the affiliate commission is this much, and the unit economics work out this way, and I can scale it up like this. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and all I'm doing is increasing ad spend, and it really can be like that. And so, and a lot of these people who find it, they're finding it with other people. They're working together. They're sharing knowledge. And my theory with this podcast is I want to create the best content that I can, and the way that I'm going to do that is just by sharing all the information that I have, and sharing the stuff, especially that other people are unwilling to share. And I think the hidden opportunities out there, that's one of them. So yeah, like I said, I segmented ads to the US, UK, and Canada, and it was only people interested in search engine optimization. I recorded a Twitter space about how it was a podcast and a Twitter space about how ChatGPT is not how to do SEO for ChatGPT. That's what it was. How to do search engine optimization for ChatGPT. And I was getting listeners for 2 cents on Twitter Spaces. Twitter Spaces was embedded into the ads, which is really cool. It's cool that you can do that, so people could hit play right there in the ad and listen. And that was pretty cool. If I was doing global targeting, not only US, UK, and Canada, but global targeting, then I can get listeners for 0.2 of a single penny, which I have done. And I've gotten thousands of listeners to Twitter Spaces this way. Really wild. Really, really wild. Okay. That's actually everything that I want to talk about on today's episode. It's a good day. This has been a good day. I am really happy about how this recent video that I just put up about Chris Koerner is performing. I'm going to leave you with this. It's actually late now. It's 10 o'clock where I am. I got to wake up at 6. And this is a bit hypocritical of me to say, but I'm very engaged with life. I'm very excited. And last night I got 8.5 hours of sleep, maybe 9. And so what I want to tell you, and we all know this, but we forget it. And it's a nice reminder. It's crazy the difference that sleep makes on the quality of your, not just well-being, but also your work. Again, like we all forget this, but getting a good amount of sleep makes a huge difference on the quality of your work. So whenever you're listening to this, I hope you get some nice sleep. When you go to sleep, I hope you get some nice sleep. We can't all get a perfect night's sleep every night, but it is important because the work that you turn out will be better on average. It's kind of like a hack. Spend an extra 2 hours sleeping to have a tremendous increase in the quality of your output and also to feel better. All right, that is episode 25 of The Edward Show. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're on 25. It's gonna, in the blink of an eye, we're gonna be at 100, and then in the blink of another eye, we're gonna be at 365. And who knows what's gonna happen? Consistency is everything. Doing this every day, which means I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.